everyone. Welcome to the Vibe Channel. I'm Angel Confetti, and you are listening to the Vibe Channel on A1R Psychic Radio Network, as well as Moonstruck TV. And I could not be more happy to see you this evening, hear you, talk to you, tune in with you, connect with your energy. Because guess what? It's been one of those days for me. I'll tell you what. Have you guys had those days this week? Because from what I'm hearing from a lot of my clients and members of my groups that I belong to, the energies have just been out of control crazy. And a lot of us are needing to slow down. And I think that's what Spirit's trying to tell us. Honestly, I think Spirit is in our ear telling us that we are trying to take on too much, trying to do too much. We're not slowing down to heal as much as we need to. And this has been a really common theme that I've been getting in the readings that I've been doing for people. So because of that, even before I knew what was going to happen today, Spirit told me that they really wanted me to draw a couple of Archangel cards for everybody. So this is for everybody that listens to this broadcast now and will listen to it later as the replay. They already know who's going to hear this. And that's what's so incredible about Spirit is they know who's going to tune in because they're going to guide you to this radio show. If you need to hear this message tonight, they're going to make sure that you get to it. So because of that, they can automatically have me draw the correct card that you need to hear that's going to help the most people that are listening and tuning in. So tonight I'm using the Archangel Oracle cards. These are a Doreen Virtue pack. And I don't use these that often, just because I have so many other cards. There's nothing wrong with them. They're wonderful cards. But I felt inclined to take them out and use them tonight. So let's see what Spirit has to tell you, because I have a feeling it's going to be something along the lines of taking care of ourselves, self-healing, self-preservation, something along that lines. But let's see. Let's see what they say. And right away, I get one. Let me put that one aside. Oh, and there's a second. And the very first card that comes up, and this is for everyone. If you are tuning in, listening to this, this is a message for you, okay? Some part of this should resonate with you. Okay, and the card says comfort. And it has beautiful Archangel Azrael on here, and Archangel Azrael says, I'm with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Now this may sound like this card's directly for somebody that's in pain or misery, is grieving or something of that nature, but no, right away I'm getting Spirit's telling me this card could apply to anyone, because we all have something that needs to be healed within us. That's part of the human experience. We have hardships, we have heartbreak, we have pain, we have suffering. With it, we learn, we grow, and we become better people, stronger, more compassionate, more loving and kind. And with that, they're telling me this card can apply to everyone and anyone that is here tonight. So just listen to the whole message and see what part of it applies to you. I'm with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Even the strongest person experiences upsetting situations. And there's no shame in taking time to heal your heart. No shame in it at all. We all need to do this. This is a good time right now with all these new energies that are coming in for quiet reflection upon your true feelings. Write them down in a private journal, then call upon me, Archangel Azrael, to bring comfort to your heart and mind. I can help you sleep better at night and put your mind at ease with everything that you are dealing with. So Archangel Azrael has this beautiful energy of, it's like a yellowish, like a pale yellow. And to some people, and in this card it mentions the shade of vanilla cream, but to me it's almost like an Easter Sunday bonnet kind of yellow when I see her. And, well, I say her, here the card says he, but that's because angels are actually non-gender descriptive. They appear to us, and we may see them as a he or a she, but that's only for our purpose, really, so that we can connect with them and describe them and have some way of knowing who they are and recognizing them. So whenever you hear one reader say he or she in different terms about angels, it's okay. We're all correct. It just depends on how they're coming through to that reader at that time. He surrounds grieving and dying persons with his loving light to bring them comfort. When Azrael is around, you may see eggshell-colored twinkling lights in the room. The crystal creamy yellow calcite is collaborated to Azrael's energy. So if you can get a piece of calcite, you can get them in almost any jewelry store, but gem and crystal shops. If you hold it, you'll notice it's a real soft, loving energy. So holding it, wearing it may lend comfort to you. So they just really want you to tune into yourself this week and next week. While these big energies are shifting and we're coming in and out of the all these eclipses we've been having in the Lion's Gate portal, all these energies right now are bringing in a time for self-reflection, for going inward and healing the things that we've blocked for so long, that we've kept inside, that have caused emotional blockages, that have kept us from truly healing, even though we think we have. I discovered something this week when a friend of mine did a reading for me. She connected with my higher self, and she discovered that I didn't heal something that I thought I healed years ago. I thought I was over it. In fact, I thought I handled it like a trooper. Oh my gosh, I thought I went numb, and I didn't need to feel all that pain and suffering back then. I thought I was being comforted at the time, which I was. But I was also brushing those feelings under the rug and not actually facing them. And sure enough, once I went inward and meditated about it, I was able to confirm that I still needed to do a lot of work around that idea and that object and that circumstance that happened to me. So just take your time and look at things this week and see, is there anything that you feel triggers you, a certain situation that keeps coming to mind that you thought you may have resolved? Or just meditate and ask your guides to bring anything up that needs healing still, that is blocked. And I'd like to go to a caller in just a second, but I want to do one more of these cards, and this one's really fast because it relates to the comfort card. And that is, this card says compassion. It has Archangel Zadkiel saying, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all of the people involved, including yourself. So whatever you're dealing with that you still need to heal, or a new situation that you're dealing with currently, look at it with respect and compassion. And by doing that and looking at the people involved and around that situation with compassion and love, you'll heal it a lot easier. You're not going to be resisting and going against those energies, which will then cause you to keep blocking it even further and not healing it. Looking at it with compassion and love will enable you to forgive easier. It'll enable you to see why it happened and learn the lesson around it easier. And you're going to be going with the energy instead of against it, which will make it so much easier to heal and release. But it says here, I can help you forgive yourself and others, or to compassionately see everyone's point of view. You didn't change your stance. You don't need to change your stance or behavior. It simply means approaching the situation with a loving heart, which empowers you and allows creative solutions to pour forth. So what a lot of us don't realize is when we are blocking our emotions and not healing them properly, we actually also block our healing and our creativity and our ability to give birth to new ideas, new opportunities, even to manifest. So not allowing ourselves to heal actually holds us back in a lot bigger way than we even realize. So Spirit just wants everybody that's listening to slow down a little bit this week. Be more present in your surroundings and your situations, your circumstances, and look at things with love and compassion and reflect and see what could be holding you back. What do you need to continue to work on and heal or bring forward that you thought you might have healed, but for some reason it keeps resurfacing? If you do that, these energies are going to pass through so much quicker. You're going to heal so much faster. You're going to feel a lot better and able to learn those lessons and move on in a much greater way. And you're also going to be bigger and better and stronger for all of those that you are responsible for, that are around you, that you need to be strong for. So I hope that helps those that are listening, because that was a strong message that I needed to take on myself this week. But I want to see what our callers think. So I'm told that I have Chandra from Houston, Texas on the line. And I'd love to know if Chandra has been struggling with these energies this week as well. Are you there, Chandra?
I am here.
Hi, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. So how have you been this week? Have you been experiencing any heavier energies than usual, or struggling with anything more than you tend to? I'm just getting a lot of people are feeling this way, and I'm interested to see if you've come up against these energies yourself.
I have, especially yesterday. It's just, I can't even describe it to you, what I was feeling, but it just kind of had me down. But it was a strong feeling, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it can feel like a feeling of being down or in the blues, or even a little depressed and not quite know why. That's
Right.
been very common this week with the energies that have been coming in. So I do want you to know that things are starting to clear up a little bit, and are, now that some of those energies have moved through and are releasing a lot of the things that we need to release, I think you're going to start to pick up and feel a lot better here in the coming week or two. But what can I do for you this evening? Do you have a question?
I do. I basically want to know if I'm on the right path that I should be going, because I'm kind of going through initiating a divorce.
Okay.
But you hear things about is this the right thing you should do, and I don't want to say for kids, so I'm kind of lost, to be honest.
Yeah, you know what, Chandra, I immediately, as I was hearing you talk, I heard, and this may sound trivial and it may sound like something that you would expect any reader to say, but I'll elaborate on it. Instantly I heard, follow your intuition, because you already know the answer to this question. And I think you are doing the right thing, because I'm feeling the energy around this relationship doesn't mean, I don't think that it has to necessarily be over forever. This isn't going to be written in stone. You can always choose to try and pursue it and make it work in the future when you two come back to a point where you're better aligned again. But I feel like part of the reason that you've come to this decision or contemplation of the divorce is because your needs aren't being met, and I feel like you've kind of taken a back seat. And even though you've tried to stand up for yourself and you've tried to stand in your power, you've really kind of just lost yourself in this process, because you've taken care of so many other people, and you've not wanted to rock the boat. You want to keep your family together. You want to do the right thing, you think, for the kids, but at the same time, you've started to lose yourself in the whole process. And
Right.
and it's that finding that balance of speaking your mind and your truth, but yet being afraid to actually take that jump and do what you need to do. And I feel like maybe you've actually kind of waited a little longer than you probably should have to contemplate this decision. Not to say that you've made any mistakes, because we do these things for a reason, and you'll learn from it. And it's a good thing in the end, because good will come out of it. But I feel like you've waited too long, and this energy has kind of just blocked you to the point where you've been frozen and unable to take the actual step that you need to. But I feel like you are going in the right direction, and I never want to tell anybody, yes, you should divorce, no, you shouldn't, because ultimately that's your decision. But what Spirit wants you to know is that you can always change your mind. And right now, things might not be aligning perfectly for you two. Things might not be working out the way you both need it to both be happy. But that doesn't mean that it can't turn itself around down the line. And you're never going to make a mistake, because you're going to learn something important from it. And whatever is meant to be and needs to happen for you to be happy is what you need to do. And I feel like right now, if you stayed in these energies, you're going to stay unhappy. And I always recommend doing what you need to be happy and take care of yourself, because you can't be the best of yourself, for your children, for your family, if you're not taken care of. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah, well, it makes a lot of sense. You're right about the scan a long time. I've known this years ago. I just now, for some reason, I don't know what came over me, but it's just like you just need to make the decision. That's what I'm moving forward. So yes. I appreciate it. What you said makes sense and it's on point.
Good. Okay, because I feel like your higher self, it's basically your inner soul, has been trying to talk to you and talk you into this, but they were waiting for the right moment where you would feel strong enough and empowered enough to finally do it. And I feel that's what's happening here, is you're finally starting to feel that strength, and that energy that's coming in right now is going to help empower you and help you stand strong and have the courage that you need to finally take care of yourself once and for all. And just remember, there's no right or wrong choices. It's how you handle them, how you go about them, and what you choose to learn from them. You're a woman. You have the prerogative of changing your mind. And I would just make sure you proceed with love and compassion. Try not to burn those bridges, because you never know when you might need each other again in your life. So we should always try to be there for the other person, and try and leave on a friendly note if you can, because that way it leaves it open for anything that needs to happen in the future.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I appreciate it. Makes sense. So thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Just take care of yourself, okay? It's not selfish, okay? There's a difference between selfishness and self-sacrifice. You've been giving up too much. You've sacrificed too much of yourself. Now it's time to take care of yourself, and that's okay.
Well, thank you. I've told I've been selfish, but I appreciate that. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Okay, you take care. Thank you. Okay, so that was Chandra, and I'd like to go ahead and take our next caller. And I see that we have Jasmine on the line from Chicago, Illinois. And I love Chicago. How are you doing, Jasmine?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. How about you? Have you been feeling these crazy energies this week, or experiencing any different emotions than usual, or anything that's been unexplained?
For sure.
You're not quite right? Yeah? Is that...
yeah.
Okay. And has that affected whatever question you wanted to call in about? Do you feel like that's been contributing to your circumstances lately?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, what can I do for you?
I was just wondering if you could tell me if you pick up on two things.
Okay.
On how my career within the next few months is going to be, and also love life as well.
Okay. Which one would you want to know the most about? Because I'm a little short on time, and I'd love to try and get to both of them if I can, but I want to make sure I go on the one that's most important to you in case we run out of time. So which one would you like to do?
The love life one.
Okay, love life. Absolutely. I'm hearing that your love life is going to pick up and improve. The circumstances around it, the things that you've been struggling with and dealing with, are going to improve here very soon. But I feel like right now there's still a little bit more, and I apologize for the noise if you're not able to see me. I'm shuffling some cards because they're telling me, your guides are telling me to pull a specific card for you. But they're also telling me at the same time that to be patient and understand that there's some more important lessons that need to be learned right now in order to prepare you for things to go the way that you want them to, in order for things to really thrive and be the way that you dream them to be with your love life. I'm just hearing important life lessons. And this is the card that they had me choose. It says choices. And real quick, I'll read that. It says, when you accept responsibility for your life and choices that you make, which is very hard for us to do because sometimes we don't see them, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen and appreciate your intuitive wisdom that's inside of you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. So what Spirit is telling me to share with you about your love life is that you are going to be confronted with some very important choices, not just about your love life, but your life in general, that is going to help mold the circumstances and energy around your love life and cause it to come to the point that it needs to get to and teach you the lessons that you need to learn in order to make your love life fully, completely successful in every aspect. So they're telling me, just be really alert and present in the coming weeks, and I'm hearing months, several months. Pay attention to all of your important life choices and how they may affect your love life and your future. And then by tuning into those choices and looking at how they're going to affect things, take those choices, make them, and own them, and know and trust that if you own those choices and pay attention to them, you're actually creating a world of wonderful energy around your love life that's going to help propel it forward. So they're not giving me real specifics about, if you're meeting somebody new or if your current relationship or anything like that. They're just telling me right now they want you to focus on trying to be more present and paying attention to your choices and your intuition, because that is all going to lead you to things getting much better here. I'm hearing maybe in about 3 months of a lull of things not going the way that you want, and then things are going to start picking up and getting much better.
Okay.
That's what I'm hearing about love life. Your career, though, that is a completely different avenue that I am feeling different energies about. I feel that career-wise, they're telling me you can have anything that you want career-wise, absolutely, and that you cannot hold yourself back. They're telling me that you actually have some things from your past that tend to make you a little skittish and hold you back a little bit out of fear to not take giant leaps. So they want you to know that you can have it bigger and better on your career, even better than you've dreamed and thought of. Anything that you've wanted for yourself, for your career, that you haven't been pursuing or you've been afraid of, they're telling me, don't be. Because you have the ability to make it happen as long as you stop and actually trust in them and believe in them and yourself. And this card that they just had me open up here for you is the Truth card. And if you bear with me for 1 second, I have to find what it says. They just want you to start dreaming bigger and know that it is possible for you to obtain what you want. I feel like there's something, I'm not sure what it is, but they're making me feel like even though you're ambitious and you are motivated, there's just something like keeping you from really reaching to the stars and believing that it's possible to have unrealistic expectations, that you don't have to be thinking of something that sounds doable. It can be something that doesn't sound like it's even possible. You actually have the ability to manifest your dream position and obtain it and be successful at it. And this card says that this card illustrates your spiritual awakening, clarity, and the revelation of truth and cosmic consequences. At times it takes a little wake-up call to get your attention and show how far you need to go. This card comes forth to do just that, to wake you up a little bit and let you know that you can have it. The evaluation of the past, along with the lessons that you've learned or still need to understand, must now be the top priority so that you can clear those things, know how to move forward while learning from those past things. Doing so will enable you to forgive, accept, and heal so that you can move forward in a balanced spiritual mindset. Now, this is regarding your career because that's what you asked about. So they're just wanting to recommend that you look at your past career, your job, your positions, and things that you may have gotten burned on or felt like you didn't get what you wanted or had fear of going for. And they want you to focus on that and look at those situations and ask yourself why those might have happened, try and learn from it, and then just take a giant leap because you are primed and ready to get your dream position and be really, really successful. That makes sense?
Thank you so much.
Okay, good luck, best of luck, but you need to believe 100% that you can make it happen, all right? because you can, for sure.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you for calling. I really appreciate it. Thank you to both of our callers for the evening. Those are really awesome, positive messages, and I feel like that's exactly what we needed to hear coming off of a difficult time period. I wouldn't even say a week. It's been the last month or so. It's been a little traumatic with all these energies and the galactic energies, the solar flares, the storms, and everything that have been happening have really shook a lot of us up, but that's been to wake us up so that we can move forward into a beautiful future. So this is possible for all of us. Come back next week. We'll talk about some more exciting things that are happening. And thank you, as always, for joining us. I love you so much. Please make sure to take care of yourself and one another. Namaste. Have a wonderful week.